Hey, good morning, sports fans. Louis Diamond coming back to you live again today on Sunday Fun Day 4, our NFL football session. And we got a lot of games. We're going to cover every game today if we can do that within a half hour. And I am joined with our favorite resident weekend handicapper, Mr. Tony Gulledge, the great white capper. And Tony, good morning to you. How are you today?
Hey, good morning, Lou. Just quickly, 4-4 yesterday. Started slow, did finish strong with wins on Florida State and Alabama. Looking to do a little bit better job here today and make us some money with this NFL card.
All right. I am looking to join you as well with making some money here today on the NFL card. So let's just get right down to it and start at the top of our schedule with the Bears, and they're at the Panthers. Now we had a little play for you here on Wednesday with Paul Bovey. He gave us a nice play on the Bears. They were at that time +3. It went back down to a pick 'em. Now we're getting a little more play on the Panthers today. Total's been a solid 44.5, 45 all week. But a little juggling on this game today. This is your neck of the woods, Tony Gulledge. What do you got for us with the Bears and the Panthers?
Yeah, actually been doing pretty good with the Panthers games. Did actually go against them in their win at Atlanta. This is kind of the situation that Carolina's good at here, Lou. This is a small spread at home. -1.5 is what I got it at. Bears, what I don't like about the Bears is their inconsistency on offense. I made a couple quick notes. Their third down conversions are near the bottom of the league, so they can't stay on the field. But the good thing for the Bears is their defense gets off the field, is they're good on third down conversions. I think here this is going to come down to a steady diet of the Panthers offense. Can they not turn the ball? I think if the Panthers take care of the ball, don't turn it over, they're going to hang right here and take care of this Bears team. Panthers is a team at home and where they're not expected to cover spreads, do well. Bears off the big win the 2019 come from behind win against Tampa Bay, I think helps sets this up. Otherwise, this would have been a full 3. I think the line makers had this game right to begin with. I'm looking more at that 3-point line. The bet down is, I think the Bears' big win over Tampa Bay got some of that early money. I'm going to come in late and play the Panthers.
All right. Teddy Bridgewater completing 73% of his passes this season, and second best in the NFL. So that early move kind of worried me a little bit when Paul came in, gave us the play, and then bam, the steam went on Chicago. So I was thinking Carolina before that steam. Then I saw the steam. So there's something in that steam that has me a little worried. But the Bears have only been able to muster up, edges, those 4 wins, by a total of 13 points. So the games have been extremely close in anything that they've won. So I will be looking for Carolina on a teaser here today. Speaking of teasers, I'll get my commercial out of the way real quick. I have my NFL teaser of the month. It's a 4-team teaser. It'll pay you about 2-1. This game is not included in it. So I have 4 plays. They're all totals. You're going to want to be on them. You can get that absolutely free right now. All you have to do is text free winner to 90210. You'll get a text right back with those 4 plays for a nice solid 6-point 14 teaser. Cash it in today. Make yourself some money with that. That being said, let's get on to our second game, Tony, and that will feature the Detroit Lions. Adrian Peterson. What's he going to do here for them today? And the Jacksonville Jaguars, they're at the Jaguars. The Lions open up a 2-point favorite. They get a little steam, so you get some love up to -3 right now. And the total is solid at 53.5. What do you got on this one, Tone?
I tell you what, Lou, I kind of laid low on this game. There's a couple things I don't like handicapping-wise for both teams. I did not end up making a play here. The lean for sure would be on Jacksonville at home. Both these teams have deep issues, Lou. And to be honest, I really didn't go too in depth. I'm hoping maybe you have something more to add. I'm going to go opinion Jacksonville, but no action from me.
I don't have much to offer on this game either. Lions have been obviously they're an inconsistent team, and they've been more consistently bad, one or the other. So for a long time. They are 1-6 their last 7 road games. And if they're playing a team with a losing record, they don't take any opportunities. They're 1-7 with a team versus a team with a losing record. So once again, I think it's a garbage game, Jacksonville.
As a road favorite, too. You know, Detroit as a road favorite when they don't win on the road. I noticed that, too. I'm thinking, damn, they don't play well on the road, and here they are as a road favorite. So it kind of stumped me, and same kind of Jacksonville. I'm just not getting a strong feel either way on this one.
Yeah, I think the way I can use this today would be Wags teaser, grabbing them points. So that being said, let's just get on to play, which will be the Atlanta Falcons. The Falcons, boy, oh boy, they got issues. The Vikings, they're trying to rebound from their issues. They open up a 3-point favorite. They're bet up to 4, so the Vikings are getting some love. And the under's getting some love here, which is a little surprising to me. Total was opened up at 57, down to 52.5. Tony, Falcons and Vikings, what are your thoughts?
All right, well, let's look at this logically, Lou. The past 2 weeks, 2 teams have had their coaches fired, and the subsequent game, they've come out and gotten wins. I see this here also, okay? Quinn is gone. You have a team with some offensive potential that has basically shot themselves in the foot game after game. Vikings, a great opponent. If you need to get your first win, here's a team that you can probably try to get it against. Vikings, close loss, giving up a touchdown with 15 seconds left to lose at Seattle. That's going to sit in people's minds. That's going to give them the perception that the Vikings are a bit stronger. I notice Vikings, too, they lost to Tennessee 31-30. They gave up 2 field goals in the last few minutes of 54 and 55 yards. So talking about a hard luck loss, that was the Tennessee game. And the only other game they played at home was Green Bay in week 1, which was a high-scoring shootout that they just came out on the short end of. So the Vikings don't really seem like they're a strong team to defend this home field here, and Atlanta has every motivation in the world to give a good performance. So I'm going to play Atlanta here on that same mentality of getting rid of the trash and coming with a new, fresh attitude. So I'm playing Atlanta here.
All right, and little Atlanta, I'm a little worried to jump on that Atlanta train right now. I do agree with you. If Quinn was the cancer and the cancer's been released, they could very easily put that offense in gear here today. But Coach Zimmer has made note that the teams that they have lost to was all undefeated: Green Bay, Tennessee, Seattle at the time, and now they played Indianapolis, who was undefeated at the time. So the Vikings are trying to hold a little chip on their shoulder, thinking that they had a little bit of a better schedule than the Falcons. I think you got a tough battle here today. It's one of those plug your nose kind of games because you don't know if Atlanta's going to bounce out and be real strong here today. So I will pass on aside on this game, and I will move us right to the next game on the schedule. And that will feature the Texans, the other coach that turned things around, Romeo Crennel, last week. Turned it around, got the Texas in the win column. Titans, big win against the Bills on national TV on Tuesday night NFL football. So, but early steam on the Texans. Game opens up 5.5 for the Titans, down to 3.5. So we got some Texan steam. The total 55 down to 52.5. So we got some under steam. Tony, you got any steam?
Yeah, I like Houston here. Got off that snide. We were on. That was my best bet, the win against Cincinnati. So now we're going to play the momentum here. Tennessee, like you mentioned, off the huge crushing win to the eye. They looked. I didn't like them in that game, and they came through 42-16 destruction of Buffalo on prime time. Everybody got to watch it. Now you got the Houston team. Like I said, I think you look at their roster, man, and what they're paying for this payroll. There's talent all over this team. If they could just work together, they're going to get plenty of wins. And I see this as an opportunity here, getting the 4. The main keynote I want to put up here for you to consider is Tennessee is dead last in the NFL in third down defensive percentage. They allow their opposition to convert third down 60% of the time. And a team like Houston is going to dink and dunk and try to power the ball down the field. I think that's going to play well for them in this situation. Like I say, the setup is perfect as far as perception. Tennessee, huge win. Expect something less off that win. I like the spot for Houston. I'm taking Houston in this game.
I think you're on it with this one. You got to kind of plug your nose again and lay some points that you really don't want to lay. But now we're at 3.5 in the NFL. It's a number I don't like to lay, but I like to take. So I think you have a nice opportunity with Houston. I don't particularly want to pull the trigger on them just because I've been kind of against them all season, and it's worked. I stayed away from it last week. It might be the time to jump on their bandwagon. This could be a good spot. The Titans in them divisional games in the AFC South, 16, 33, and 3 against the spread. 15, 33, and 4 against the team with a losing record. 3-7-1 against the spread, their last 11 home games, and they had their big win on Tuesday night. Probably be a little flat, but I know Tennessee's by far the better team, so I'm a little bit worried. But if I had to play the game, it would be Texans on a teaser is pretty much what it would be. All right, so that being said, let's get on to our next game. We got the Redskins and the Giants. And the Redskins, new quarterbacking issue, new quarterbacking, Giants, big divisional game. It's kind of a shit game, but at the end, it has playoff meaning right now. So Giants open up a 3-point favorite down to 1. They're betting the Skins. They're feeling a little love for the Skins. Total was 44.5 down to 42.5. You got a little skin love today, Tony?
Oh, dear Jesus Christ, man. You look at this game on the schedule. How bad is 0-5, 1-4? You're looking at like the dredge, and there is a division game. So you got two teams in one division that are just putrid, right? I don't even know who to think might win this game. I think the Redskin edge is the right one, but the fact that the people are pushing that way would scare me off of it. I personally didn't make a play, but because of what you're saying, the action coming on the Redskins, my opinion is going to be on the Giants, but I wouldn't touch this with the proverbial 10-foot pole, Lou.
Yeah, I think the move really kind of came on the fact that Alex Smith took the field in his first game, and
with that leg,
and I think a lot of
who would ever want to play football again after the injury he sustained? Did you see the X-rays with the 50 rods coming into his bone? I've never seen a bone shatter like that in my life, much less would I consider playing football again. Good for him. I'm glad you're back out there, but dude, just go home and retire and take it easy. I heard somebody, funniest part about that, I heard somebody characterized his leg by describing it as looking like a roll of quarters. And that's about the best way. I mean, that was a great description. Just a big chunk of meat was his lower leg. So, if that's why they're betting it, shit, I would take the other team just because of that.
Yeah, there's a lot of speculation on how that happened. Missed assignment by backup tackle because coaches party hard in Washington, as well as the owner. A lot of internal issues on that, on Alex Smith's injury, and how that really happened. I wonder if we'll ever get the truth out of that one. A lot of partying in them Skins. So, but not anymore. Ron Rivera's there. And he is a player's coach. So I think the Skins may be in a position to grab themselves a win here today. So, but once again, got to plug your nose if you're going to bet it. I don't see betting it either way being something of value. Put it that way. All right, next game, our BettorCenter schedule is going to be, I think, a big one. I think it's probably going to be one of the most exciting games of the day. Hopefully that's the case. We got the Browns, and they are at the Steelers. Now, the Steelers open up a 5-point favorite. Browns getting some love, down to 3. Total 51, solid 51, maybe 50.5, touch on the under. So Browns and Steelers, Tony, you have any thoughts here?
I did not bet this game, Lou. Great matchup, like you mentioned, divisional, traditional, 4-1 Browns, 4-0 Pittsburgh Steelers. Going to get a lot of eyeballs on this one. The spread, I think, is a little low. I make my own lines. I look at it, I see line value on the Steelers, which I seldom ever do, especially as a home favorite. But with that said, I really don't want to take Cleveland, and I don't want to take Pittsburgh. If you're going to make me take a side here, my opinion's on Pittsburgh, but there's too many reasons. I don't think I'll ever trust Baker Mayfield. But with the Steelers 4-0, all the handicapping signs point away from them, so it would push me toward Cleveland, but I'm just not going to take them. It's a pass for me with an opinion on the Steelers.
All right, a little bit of an opinion on the Steelers. I'm going to give you guys a little insight into my 4-team teaser here today. I have 4 teams. It's a 6-point teaser. They're all totals, and I'm going to give you the first one here today, right now. But if you want to get all 4, text free winner to 90210, and you're going to get all 4 of these plays. It's a 4-team teaser, 6-point teaser. I think the over is easy money here today on this game with the Steelers and the Browns. I think we get into a nice high-scoring divisional game. So that is the first of the 4 teams on this teaser. Once again, just text free winner to 90210. I'm going to give you this absolutely free. It'll be on a text, no salesman, no nothing. You just get a quick response with the other 3 teams in this teaser. Take advantage of it today, guys. Text free winner to 90210 or give a holler at the 877-711-WINS, 877-711-9467, because you cannot use that service if you have T-Mobile. So just to let you know that. So play the over in this one here today. Probably a nice solid winner straight up without the teaser as well. You can use that as a nice straight bet as well. All right, let's move on to our quick commercial. Be back with the second half of the schedule real quick here on BettorCenter Live.
Brad Stein here, live from Las Vegas. Join us daily for BettorCenter Live with our professional handicappers, where you get sports information you can bet on. Stop gambling, start winning. BettorCenter Live.
All right, back in our Las Vegas handicapping studios. This is Louis Diamond. I am joined with the great handicapper, the great white capper, Tony Gulledge. And Tony, where our next game on our schedule meets the Eagles and the Ravens. Are the Eagles going to be able to put back? Are the Eagles be able to hang with this Raven club, who might start getting a little bit of gel going right now? What are your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, the Eagles have played like garbage at home. To be honest, I'm looking over my notes real quick. Excuse me. Baltimore off the big win. We had Baltimore, their 27-3 win over the Bengals. Right. So now they're coming back to Philadelphia. I've actually played the Eagles in this spot. Lou, excuse me for my stuttering here. I'm trying to pull up my notes, kind of got out of order. I just want to note that Philadelphia does well with the third downs. I think that's often an underlooked at stat in the NFL. Everybody looks at the offensive yardage, the defensive yardage. Sometimes those can be skewed based on game situations, like teams can pile up yardage when the game's already decided. But if you look at the third down percentage, offensively and defensively, I think that can give you a feel on how, if they're able to maintain possession, move the ball. Same on defense. Can they get the other team off the field by stopping third downs? I like what I see here. The 10 points is just too inviting. Baltimore off the big solid win. I think Eagles will be able to put up enough points to stay under this number. For me, the play here is on the Eagles plus the 10.
Eagles plus the 10. Jumping on the dog, looking for a little barking. I'm going to lean on the over on this play. It's not one of my teaser plays, but I do feel that I feel that Baltimore's not going to have a problem putting the points on the board here today. And will the Eagles be able to hang with them like they hung with Pittsburgh a little bit there and get them points? I think so. I think they'll get some points on the board as well. The trends aren't telling me that. The trends are kind of going against me. It'll tell you that it's an underplay. Eagles 19-7, their last 26 home games. So I'll be bucking the trend here and I'll roll with a little overplay with the Eagles and the Ravens. All right, the next game on our schedule, Joe Burrow. After his first win, he got spanked and pretty much lambasted last week. Now, he's got the Colts. He's got another defense that was number one, but faltering now after a game against the Browns. They had no problem putting points on the board last week. So the total, the game opens up 8.5. A little bit of love for the Bengals, down to 7.5. 47 was the opening total. Now it's down to 46. Joe Burrow going to pull off an upset today here? You thinking there, Tony, or no?
No. The Colts had their three-game win streak snapped with a 32-23 loss to the Browns last week. I'm going to note, I love these kind of teams where you can break the situations down and get a compelling trend going, whether it's home or away. Indianapolis Colts are 2-0 straight up and against the spread at home. Week 2, 28-11 win against Minnesota. And then they also beat the Jets 36-7. So they played two losing teams at home and crushed them both. It's very similar to what you're going to get here from the Bengals. Tough road games. I mean, I'll give Burrow credit. He's a rookie and he's hanging in. But when they come up against a stout defense, the Colts ranked number one in the league overall in yardage allowed, only giving up 86 yards a game. So there's going to probably be no running game for the Bengals here. So Burrow will have to make plays. Tough pass rush. Colts second in points allowed. If you look at the defensive numbers of the Colts, I think Burrow's really going to struggle here. Tough spot for Cincinnati, but a good spot for the Colts as they've done well at home, crushed these bad teams. That's what I'm seeing from the Colts. They're crushing the teams they should beat, and here you are feeding them up another weak team. I like the Colts. The spread you have, 9.5, I'm trying to see. I actually got this game at 7.5. Yeah, I got a much better price. It's a much bit more attractive price now. Colts minus 7.5 is the play, and I kind of like this game, Luke.
Well, I'm going to agree with you here. You know, I'm a big Joe Burrow fan, but I think he's going to be in a hostile environment after – well, they're going to be hostile after losing big, but they're not a great team. So Colts, maybe not a great team, but a very good team, and getting beat up by Cleveland last week. I think they bring all the guns today, bring the A game. I think the points probably could be too many. But you know me, I love it on a teaser. I definitely like the Colts on a teaser here today. Hate going against my boy Joe Burrow, but this is about the money, boys. So it's not part of my 4-team teaser that you can get when you text free winner to 90210, but I would definitely use the Colts in a teaser here today. Get them down to minus 1.5 at home. All right, let's look at the other big game on the schedule here today besides the Browns and the Steelers. And that will face, this is probably the obviously marquee matchup when you got Aaron Rodgers up against Tom Brady. And the Buccaneers open up as a 2.5-point favorite. But the bettors were having none of that. They like Aaron Rodgers here today. He is now -1. The total went from 51.5 up to 55. So obviously some steam on that over. So Packers and the Bucs, Brady and Rodgers. Who's taking the trophy home today, Tony?
Again, I noticed how we've talked about the opening lines on these games and how they've been bet one way or the other. Sometimes I think Vegas has the better idea to begin with. Tampa Bay -2.5. That's kind of right in line with what I think the line should be. And now it's pushed all the way back over to Green Bay as favored. Tampa coming off the loss, 2019, tough loss, close game on the road. Tampa, another team, 2-0 at home, 2-0 against the spread at home. They beat Carolina. They beat the Chargers. That was actually a push. So 1-0-1 against the spread. Packers, beautiful, putting up big points, to their eye candy for the gambler. They're the easy play to make here, but now they're going on the road, playing a team off a loss. The line value for me is clearly on Tampa Bay. I'm just going to play Tampa Bay because of that line value. It kind of ignore the fact how good Rodgers has looked and expect them at some point to fall. That's what I do with these teams on 4-0, 5-0. at this point of the season, you start looking for those spots for them to trip up. So when they go on the road against another winning team, that is typically the spots where they can lose. I like Tampa Bay here. Clear play for me. It's not even a neat, hard choice for me to make. I like Tampa Bay.
All right. Green Bay's getting Devontae Adams back today, their number one receiver. You're still Tampa Bay. All right. So now I think it's a tough game to pick a winner in this. I think it's very tough. And if I had a favorite quarterback that I'd want to pick a winner in this, it's still tough. But I got to give Brady the edge. I believe he's the better quarterback. Is that going to be all the difference? I don't know. This is a tough call here today. I'm going to pass on this one, but I'll be on the total. And if you'd like to know what I'm doing, all you got to do is text free winner to 90210, and I will get you a nice 14 teaser today. That'll make you some money. All right, next game on our schedule will feature it's actually going to be game 11 on our schedule. It's going to be the Jets, and they're at the Dolphins. Now, the Dolphins, are they getting too much respect? We know the Jets have zero respect, but now they were laying 10, betting down to about 8.5 right now on the Dolphins. Total went from 50 down to 46.5. And too many points for these Dolphins? Or you think that they're going to just continue their roll and the Jets are going to continue to fall? What are your thoughts?
Miami 0-2 at home. They lost to Buffalo 31-28. They lost to Seattle 31-23. But they competed in both of those games. So you're looking at a Miami team with 2 home losses against teams far superior to this Jets team. A total dumpster fire. The closest game the Jets have played was the 9-point loss to Denver. Other than that, they're just getting crushed by double digits every time out. I'm kind of hoping that after the day's game that the Jets get rid of this Gase guy so I can play the Jets next week. I'm trying to if we can keep adding coaches getting fired, I can use that same strategy for a winner the following week. Yes, I like this spot for Miami. I think offensively, they got enough going for them. And I just see the Jets as a team that struggles to get out of their own way. The leadership is poor. Their quarterback play is poor. The defense does nothing. I see Miami getting healthy here at home. They're, like I said, they're 0-2 at home, so they're really wanting to defend that home field, and this is a great spot for them. I say Miami by about 16 points. How about a 31-15 score? 16 points. Miami 31-15 in this game is what I got.
All right. No love for Joe Flacco, and he might be in a bad spot to finish his career. Going to be real tough for him to put something together here. Miami's got a nice groove going. Fitzpatrick, he's looking like Fitzmagic. So maybe it is too many points here, laying all them points, but certainly not too many points in a teaser. And I'll tell you about that in our most interesting play of the day when we get to that here shortly. But you can count on the Miami Dolphins being in that most interesting play. All right, next game on the schedule will feature the Broncos and the Patriots. Patriots 9.5-point favorites. Some places now have it down to 7.5. 45.5 was the total, now down to 44.5. Are the Patriots, are they going to rebound real strong after that Monday night win? What are your thoughts?
Same situation I've discussed a couple times in this show already. Situational. Patriots at home, 2-0 straight up, 2-0 against the spread. Week 1, 21-11 against Miami. Week 3, 36-20 win over Vegas. So you got a team in the right situation. Denver, 3-1 against the spread, I noted, and their last game that they played was their 9-point win at the lowly Jets. So you get a team with that, to the perception of the public, and the bookmakers. This is what I like. So you get the public seeing them win, and you get the bookmakers getting the edge because they're 3-1 against the spread. I like the way this lines up. With Cam coming back, it seems like everybody that's went out with COVID-19 related issues have come back like rejuvenated and super strong. I'm expecting Cam Newton to be fired up here today. I think they're missing the Michelle. The thing about New England, you just got to keep in mind with the skill players, is that the system plugs in these guys. I mean, you literally can pluck any wide receiver, a back, that kind of skill player set. And it seems like all these parts can be interchangeable. So I'm not going to view the loss of Michel that huge. I think other guys can pick up the slack here. Against Denver, offensively, they are challenged. I see a tough day all the way around for Denver. I got a clean, easy win for the Patriots here. I like the Patriots 30-13 over Denver.
I tend to agree with you on this one as well. I think the Patriots are, give Belichick a little time after a loss, and he'll give you a little money after the next game. So now, of course, he's in a different environment this year, but I will tease New England down. But I do believe that they will probably get the blowout win here today. I think they're a solid play, but I will use them in a teaser as well, and we'll get to that teaser in a second as soon as we cover our Sunday night game, and that is going to feature the LA Rams at the San Francisco 49ers. Then that game is the Rams open up as a 2.5-point dog. Now they're a 2.5-point favorite, maybe even a 3-point favorite. 49ers losing a lot of respect right now. What are your thoughts, Tony?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Is Garoppolo back tonight? I'm thinking maybe
I believe he is playing.
Wow. I didn't play this game, Lou, but I'm going to be honest here. It sets up so beautifully for the 49ers to rebound, especially after the Rams are 4-1 leading the division. These division games are tough, man. Even like teams like Arizona, even when they're not good, the down teams in this division will usually play a competent game against these other teams and cover spreads. You probably got these kind of trends more than I do, like specific numbers. But I just know in the NFC West, you get a lot of underdogs hanging in some of these kind of games just like this, where the 49ers look broken, Rams look strong, and what were the odds of last year that the San Francisco is going to be a home underdog at any point this season? That's what I'm looking at. I didn't bet it, but I would definitely lean to San Francisco. Opinion, San Francisco.
I'm going to agree with you there. I just think it looks too good on the Rams, but they're making you pay the price now. You're way behind the number, and if you can get them 49ers are getting a field goal at home or more, or maybe throw them on the teaser, maybe the way to go, but it's a shaky game. Rams have actually been pretty impressive with that running game, and they may be able to pull off a nice running game here today. So I'm a little worried about that play myself, but I would have to say if I am going to tease something, I'm going to tease that home dog and stretch it out as far as I can. All right, that being said, there's your full slate of NFL today, Tony. What do you have for us on your most interesting play of the day?
All right, we're going to do a straight point spread 3-team parlay, pays 6-1. We're going to give you New England, Houston Texans, and the Indianapolis Colts. 3 games I love today. I've got bets. I personally got my money on these games together. So let's put them on a little ticket for a 6-1 parlay, and let's try to cash out and make some money today, Lou.
All right, a little bit of parlay action for the viewers. Take advantage of it, guys. Tony's got some. You did well last Sunday on that on your most interesting parlay, I believe. I think you hit that last Sunday. Did you not?
Was it last Sunday, Lou? I kind of get confused. It was either last Sunday or the week before that we just crushed it. Yeah, I literally hit everything. I think that was 2 weeks ago, Lou, where I just absolutely ran the full board on all the games we did. I'd love to see a repeat of that today here. I think everybody would be happy if they're following along and playing our games. That's what I'm trying to do, guys. I'm just trying to give you what I think is going to hit, and hopefully we'll cash out that big ticket today.
All right, real quick, how can they get a hold of you, Tony?
TheGreatWhiteCapper.com is the website. Tony Gulledge on Facebook, Tony Gulledge on Twitter, and the Great White Capper Facebook group are the easiest ways to find me. I'm always around, always available. Come check me out. And if you want to become a better gambler and become a predator in the ocean of sports handicapping, join the Great White Capper today. Thanks, Lou.
All right, Tony. All right. Thank you very much. Appreciate you being here, helping us out, getting some good information every day. And now I will give you my most interesting play of the day. It's going to be a teaser, guys. You know me, NFL and teasers. Teaser. All right, we're going to start with the Browns. Let's get them. If you can get them up to plus 10, you may have to go to a 6.5-point teaser, but you're going to want to grab that key number if you can. You want to start with the Browns, getting them points. Then you want to go down to the Ravens. They're already up to 10, so technically this is going to have to be a 7-point teaser, guys. It's not a huge play, but it's a nice play. I don't like to go the 7-point teaser. It's not the value is in the 6-point teaser, but when you gotta cash in and get those key numbers, you want to do so. So the Ravens, if you got the 10, you got to get it down to 3. Nothing worse than having that 3.5. If you're spending all that money, get it right. So get that one down to 3. Then I also believe the Colts, get them down. They're minus 7.5. Get them down to minus 1.5. Throw them on the teaser as well. And you also want to put in the Patriots. Knock them down to minus 1.5. And that will be your 14 teaser for the most interesting play of the day. Once again, the Patriots, the Ravens, the Browns, and the Colts. Nice 14 teaser for you guys. Hopefully that'll cash for you. Hopefully Tony's parlay is going to cash for you. Hopefully you'll join us again tomorrow. We'll be back at 9 a.m. Pacific time. Brad Stein will be here hosting the show, bringing back Chip and Ross, getting you some plenty of information. And hopefully Tony will be here again tomorrow. And we shall see you tomorrow on BettorCenter Live. Thanks for joining, everyone.